All right, so you started chemo in May here in Bloomington at the Cancer Center. And you did a couple sessions where they're like every 2 weeks and then you take a week off and then...
Yes.
Okay. And then you went on a trip, right? You went to Santa Fe.
He did 6 sessions of that, 2 weeks on, 1 week off. And then we drove to Santa Fe. Andrew flew home to help me drive.
I remember that.
And then we got down there. And Dr. Migas said it was okay for him to go.
But were you going to do chemo in Santa Fe?
Yes.
Okay. But you did not get to that point of doing it?
Right.
Okay. And what happened down there? Did you had an episode down there, or why do you think...
Well, I didn't travel well.
Okay, all right.
My blood sugar skyrocketed, which is unhealthy.
Okay.
I didn't feel well. Then we got down there, and after I felt bad down there, I told him to take me to the hospital.
On the way through Amarillo, he felt really bad and collapsed.
And they told me when I got to the hospital, St. Vincent's Hospital in Santa Fe, they told me that I had had a mild heart attack,
Okay.
which they determined by an analysis of your blood looking for an enzyme called troponin. Anytime a muscle is damaged in your body, it releases an enzyme called troponin. They measured the level of that, said you had a mild heart attack. They checked me into the hospital there.
And your blood sugar numbers were terrible.
My blood sugar numbers were terrible, were threatening. And then did I have sepsis?
No, that was when you got back here.
All right, so they brought you here, Andrew and Philip packed you up.
So it was in the hospital in Santa Fe for 3.5 days.
Okay.
And I talked to Dr. Pilcher, and he said, just get Harry home. Just get him back to Bloomington.
So the boys said, we'll drive you home. So we left Santa Fe at 6 o'clock one morning and drove straight through, both the boys sharing the driving. We drove straight through to Bloomington, got here at 6 o'clock the next morning.
No, 2 a.m.
2 a.m. the next morning.
And tell me, when was, let's see, this is September, that was in July or August?
July.
Okay.
That was July.
July 2018.
We were
Okay.
supposed to spend 6 weeks in Santa Fe, have this big summer plans. Lots of our friends coming in, but that didn't happen.
Okay. So you
We had to
came
get
back
home.
here, and did you go right to the hospital?
No, came home for a couple days.
Okay, all right.
And then I collapsed here. And
On a Sunday morning, he was just fine in the morning, making breakfast, reading the New York Times.
then Marlis, they had to call the rescue squad
Right.
to pick me up in an ambulance and take me to Advocate Broman Hospital.
Once again, I called Dr. Pilcher. I'd taken his temperature, it was 103, and Dr. Pilcher says, get him to Broman.
Okay. I
So
remember that.
we couldn't lift him. Sandy Bob Knapp came over right away to help me. We couldn't lift him. He had no legs. He was a noodle. So I had to call 911.
So you stayed in Broman, I think, for 10 days or something like that. I can't remember. That
Yeah,
was,
I can't remember exactly.
okay. And then you went from there to
Heritage.
Heritage Manor.
Yes, stayed there for
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay.
And they got him up and walking.
And I came home and now I'm doing rehab.
All right, so what is the next, where are we now? Are you
I'm doing rehab a couple times a week.
physical rehab?
Yes.
All right, so are you going to do, you're going to have, today is Thursday. What's the date today?
Today's Thursday. I'll
Today
have,
is Thursday,
I'll have rehab
September
tomorrow.
6th. Thursday, September 6th, 2018, and you have a meeting with your cancer doctor on Friday.
Tomorrow afternoon.
So do you think you're going to do, well, the test in St. Louis showed the cancer had not spread.
Right.
Okay. Had it disappeared more? Had it gone away?
I don't
more?
know that
Okay.
that disappeared is the right word.
Okay.
But nothing new is growing. No,
Nothing new is growing, okay.
No cancer cells growing.
So might you start chemo again, or a light chemo?
Yes, that's what we're going to
That's what
determine
you're going to find out.
tomorrow.
Okay. So how do you feel about all this stuff? Are you,
Well, the chemo is very difficult for me to tolerate.
Yes.
It makes me feel absolutely crappy. I call it like a chemo hangover.
yeah.
You feel like it's like a hangover, if you've ever experienced that before from drinking too much.
But you've never been in a lot of pain.
No, the pain has not been an issue.
Okay.
And sickness has not been an issue.
So you're just hanging with it and going for what the doctor says?
Yeah, but it knocks you way down.
Yeah.
You lose your energy and you don't sleep well. Nothing's enjoyable.
All right, so how old are you now?
I'm 78.
You'll be 78.
No, I am
You are
78
70. Okay, you'll be 79 in May.
in May.
So
Yes.
where do you think this is heading? What do you think's going to happen? Do you have any idea? Or?
I don't have any idea.
No idea.
No.
Okay, all right, but you feel good right now? Just a little slow?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, I worry about it. I don't want to go on this chemo again, but I don't think I have any
Do you worry
choice.
about that when you're laying in bed with
Yes.
your eyes closed? You think about that?
Yes.
All right, okay.
Definitely.
Okay, and there's no alternative?
No, if I want to stay alive, there's no alternative.
Okay, but you were off chemo for like 5 or 6 weeks.
Well, not right now,
Now,
at this time.
Okay, but you've been off chemo for almost 2 months, since like July, right? Since you went to
Yeah,
Santa Fe.
almost 2 months.
Exactly, okay,
Yeah.
all right. So you might start it again, or just, okay, all right.
I mean, I was told the survival rate from pancreatic cancer is only 3%,
Okay,
which is very small. Very small.
so you are a survivor,
Well, I'm nearly a 2-year survivor,
okay. All right,
which is unusual.
all right, well, we wish you luck, and
He's got a class reunion.
there you go.
A class reunion on Saturday.
This weekend?
60th year class reunion.
Okay,
Yes.
okay,
And we're not making any plans right now
Okay.
because we've got to see what happens when I restart this chemo.
Right.
See how I feel,
okay.
how I'm able to function.
And when do you think you would restart that? I know you're going to find out tomorrow, but
Yeah.
it could be a week from now, 2 weeks from now.
It could be 2 months from
Right,
now.
okay, I
Yeah.
gotcha, okay.
Our goal right now is to be in Boston for Thanksgiving.
Is that okay? All right, that's
Yes.
the travel plans, okay. All right, well, thank you for talking to me about this.